What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shooky from Shook Earth Media, and today we are talking about Fear the Walking Dead yet again. This is season 7, episode 14. Only 2 more episodes left in the season after this, and I gotta say, thank goodness. I can't wait for it to be over. But last week, guys, I made a video that said, is this the dumbest episode ever? And I'll just say right now, the answer is a strong no, because this episode is way dumber, and I'm racking my brain here, because I just want to make sure that I don't forget all the stupid things before the end of the episode. So we're going to try to cover everything. For those who haven't seen before, I cover Walking Dead stuff, and if you want to see more reviews and stuff like that, definitely hit the sub button. I cover Better Call Saul as well, and all kinds of other video games and TV shows, so if you're into that stuff, definitely sub and like and all that. But let's just jump right into this episode. We start off with a montage of shaving, and, you know, I like the scene just fine. It's okay. And then Alicia is here, and this is why, like, oh, dude, I don't even know. Like, there's so many stupid things in this episode that are supposed to come off as twists, and it's just dumb thing after dumb thing. Okay, so Alicia is just giving herself up. She's like, okay, yes, kidnap me, please. She's like, her plan is to go in there and try to use a power source to use the transmitter to get people. We already talked about why that's dumb. Just random people are gonna be like, yeah, let's sign up for a war. That sounds really fun, dude. Let's just go to war. I love war. It's my favorite thing in the morning. I love the smell of napalm. So she willingly is like, yeah, please kidnap me. And then, you know, it's supposed to be some kind of meeting where they're discussing things and they have a drink and all that. But Alicia's not at all being careful. She should know instantly that she's going to get captured. She's willingly going into a place full of armed guards without anybody except for Daniel, who, you know, continuing the thread that Daniel's been lied to by Luciana. And in this episode, right in this scene, Alicia admits that she knows that and is yet, like, okay with it somehow and doesn't try to do anything about it. Like, she just knows that that happened and is totally fine with it. Which is just, like, makes no sense at all, you know? And we have this very pointless scene that goes nowhere. And then she's like, yeah, we're gonna... And then Strange's like, yeah, we're gonna kidnap her. We're kidnapping her, okay? And then... and this whole thing, like, why didn't Alicia's people, like, have an eye on the situation? Like, there's no zombies around. My first thought was, oh, they're gonna take Alicia into the tunnels and show them how they actually get in the tower. But then I remembered, oh yeah, there's no zombies outside the tower, so they just walked in. Okay, so why isn't there Alicia's people on the other side of this door just keeping an eye on the situation? Or something, dude. So Alicia, dumb enough to go into the tower to get kidnapped right away. I don't understand what her plan is. She had no way to even get to use this radio. The fact that she wouldn't assume that they would pat her down or search her and not immediately find the transmitter. Again, stupid. In fact, she takes the drink before Strand does. Also stupid. It could have been poison. You know? Like, she's not even... Like, this is... She declared war at the end of the mid-season finale. And here she is not acting at all like she's at war. They should have had a meeting... Like, on the phone, she should have been like, okay, let's meet at a neutral place where we can both have our guys stationed to protect us, okay, so that it's, like, as safe as it can be, you know, make some kind of agreement. So I don't understand the situation, and then time passes, and this is so fucking stupid, okay? They turned the light back on. We kicked the generator on, and we're turning the lighthouse light on to draw these zombies. Apparently, the zombies from the crater, they really did just disappear. And Strand's people know where they are. It's just a massive horde of zombies that's just hiding, okay? So they know where they are. They're drawing them here with the light somehow, which apparently what I don't understand is why didn't the crater zombies, why weren't they drawn when Morgan was leading them away? Like, if they were in that same vicinity of the crater, why weren't they, like, in the same horde? Or shouldn't the two hordes have, like, merged together at some point or something? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But regardless, there's no zombies outside this thing, and there's many hours have passed since this meeting started, and all of our people are still just waiting by the telephone. They're just waiting by the telephone, and hours have passed. Alicia's missing, okay? There's nothing preventing them from entering. And there's also nothing preventing the Strand's people from going out to them. There is no barrier there, and in fact, they could even take the tunnels, unless they're still flooded, which isn't even covered in this episode. But let's say that they take the tunnels out, flank our guys from behind, and then attack from the front at the same time and shoot from the rooftop. Bro, the people in the tower have all of these people in seconds. It would be minutes and this fight would be over. So I don't really believe in this whole situation. Okay, Alicia's just kidnapped here. And yeah, so they're trying to they turn the light on to bring the slow-moving horde, a very slow-moving horde back, and that's supposed to take out Alicia's people. A very slow-moving horde that we've been running away from zombies for 5 years at this point. 3 to 5 years into the apocalypse. We're very adept at running away from slow-moving zombies, okay? A horde is slow. We can run faster than a horde. So a horde is only it's a slow-moving threat, okay? And it's acting like they're just gonna appear and then Alicia's people are all gonna die is ridiculous, because they would see them coming from very far away. They have a very long sight line. They see the zombies come in, they're like, let's get out of here. Let's fucking go. And that's it, okay? So I don't understand the conflict here. You know, oh, the zombies are gonna come with the light. We need to turn the light off. Most of the episode revolves around them trying to turn the light off. And it's like, the horde is really not the biggest threat. Like, literally, they needed a 10 times better plan for this shit, dude. And then Alicia, some very terrible standoff situation. I don't know what she thinks is gonna happen. There's 3 people pointing guns at her, and she's got 1. I'm sorry, bro, you're gonna lose, okay? And I honestly wouldn't even feel bad about it. I'd be like, yeah, you should expect it. And then, of course, they get in the elevator, and then the power shuts off randomly, but the light is still on. I get they have backup generators, but they turn the lights off, and then there's a backup generator light that uses less power in the elevator. Okay, that's maybe a nitpicky thing. Also, when she gets in the elevator, she presses the down button to go up. That's another nitpicky thing. But, yeah, this whole horrible standoff, I don't know what the fuck is between Strand and Alicia, okay? The end of this episode is this big revelation where Strand's like, everything I've ever done is because you're, like, the closest thing I have to family. Okay, like, I just love you, Alicia. It's really weird, bro. I mean, I guess it makes, like, season 6, he tried to kill Morgan to impress Alicia, which made no sense anyways, but I guess that's coming out. I don't understand why he feels such a strong connection. I thought he was, like, I legit thought he was going to be like, Alicia, I gotta tell you something. I'm not gay. What is happening? Okay, and then, like, yeah, she passes out. That's the other thing in this episode. Alicia keeps passing out whenever it's convenient for the writer. Because obviously, Alicia can't kill Strand here for the story, so they had her pass out very conveniently. And she's like, the fever's gonna take me. Can we just drop the other shoe with that storyline already? Because I don't know where the fuck we're going with that. And it really just feels like a convenience at this point. Okay, and then we're back up here with Wes. And Wes, absolutely horrible in this episode. They get up at the top of the thing, and now Strand is on Alicia's side now, because Wes is like, you shouldn't have brought her in here. You're ruining the tower, and all of that. So I don't know what the motivation is behind Wes wanting to be the leader of the tower all of a sudden. He was mad at Alicia for lying to Daniel, and that's enough for him to just completely switch sides on an instant. It really doesn't track for me. I forgot to mention that at this point in the episode, Wes says something like, you guys left me to die in the bunker. It's like, of course they left you to die because you were going to kill them in order to steal a baby. Like, dude, of course. I don't know what you would expect. I don't really know why we have so many standoffs that go nowhere in this episode. Like, they managed to get away out of that situation somehow, and they run off in here, and now they're like, the enemies should be right behind them, but we have time to, like, discuss things, and now we're talking about what to do next and all this, and like there's no urgency in this, and there's supposedly 50 rangers here ready to kill them, and they just like only show up very occasionally. Now this part right here, this is the absolute greatest part of the entire episode, okay? I absolutely love this part, so don't say I didn't say anything good about it. Daniel takes out the guy who's supposed to guard him after Wes has like killed the old man, which is also like Wes is so offended that Luciana lied to Daniel, but he's perfectly okay with just murdering Daniel. Like, bro, that's a step, like lying to somebody is less bad than murdering them. Can we agree on that? I mean, I think that's a pretty basic moral concept that I think most of us understand. So I don't know I guess Wes is selfish. He only cares about himself at this point, I guess. I don't know. He cares about surviving, and apparently that means killing Daniel for some reason. So I don't know. I love to see Daniel in his true form, getting kills, being brutal, and I love how he corrected the guy. He was like, when you handcuff somebody, you handcuff their hands in the back, not the front. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This was the best part of the episode, absolutely. And the rest of the episode, just kind of falls flat in comparison. So, I mean, I do like to see Daniel doing action. There's more action with him in this episode. He's shooting people in the stairwell. I like to see Daniel here. But the whole kind of lying to him storyline kind of falls flat. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of rushed already, and there's no real payoff for it in this episode. We have Strand lying to him again, and Alicia not kind of going along with it, but not really. Like, she's like having a issue with it, but she won't say it in Daniel's face or anything. She tries to tell him the truth about what happened, and yeah, I mean, I like, this is the best part of the episode, is the Daniel part. And then we end up in the infirmary. There's a shootout for like 2 seconds, and then, like I said, they got many, many, many minutes without anybody, even though there's supposedly 50 rangers in this building ready to take them out. Of course, Alicia conveniently passes out again, and that's what leads them into this room. Another thing I noticed is that there's a lot of people that get shot or killed in this episode. Daniel's killing people in the hallways. Daniel chokes out the guy and everything. All the people that he shoots and kills, it doesn't feel like it's in the Walking Dead universe, because they're not worried about them turning. They don't double tap, as it were, make sure they got the head. So that felt like an aspect that was a little bit missing. Even Charlie should have an armed guard at this point, because she could turn at any second. She's expected to die from her radiation. So at any point she could turn. That's just a threat that's waiting to attack somebody. So they would leave a guard, basically. And then Strand tries to convince Daniel that Charlie is his daughter, and this is when we find out the whole heart-to-heart. And this is when they're trying to do the emotional thing. They're trying to get it. I have trouble. I have a connection with Daniel and the Ophelia character. That death was very tragic, and I love Daniel's backstory. He's one of my favorite characters on this series, and I don't know how we're trying to have this big emotional scene about a character that died 4 seasons ago, 5 seasons ago, season 2. I mean, I don't know. It just seems a little odd. And also, they barely mention it, but Daniel was the one who had the beef with Strand the longest. Daniel was lied to by Strand and had this whole thing where he was going to kill him at one point. It seems like we forgot about that. And they almost mentioned in this episode, and it almost feels like they're about to comment on that, and then they just kind of don't. So it's really weird. And we got this scene, and I like the idea, and I want to be emotional about it, but it's just not working for me. Daniel, of course, now realizing that Ophelia is dead and all that, and here we are in the infirmary, and like I said, it's many minutes now. Presumably time has passed. He shot her up with adrenaline. So Strand on a dime was able to just change sides, and now he's supposedly on Alicia's side, and then he changes sides again at the end of the... Dude, what at one point in this episode, Strand's like, I just have to base everything on my instinct. That's what got us this far. Bro, you've done so much stupid shit because of your fucking instincts, bro. You killed the let's go all the way back. You tried to kill fucking Morgan. Okay, that was stupid. Everybody caught you. You failed to kill Morgan. And I don't even know why you did it. To impress Alicia? Who cares about impressing Alicia? Okay. You got this family killed that Dwight and Sherry were staying with. And if you didn't do that, they would have been more inclined to help out with you and they wouldn't have this beef, okay? You had your most loyal soldier killed for somebody who you thought you could trust more, who ended up betraying you. Your instinct has led you completely awry, and the fact that nobody can call you out on this is absolutely ridiculous. And it's just like, your instinct has got you nowhere. I mean, it just seems like luck that this place even exists, you know? Like, I don't even know what he's thinking at all. So it's very frustrating to watch this episode because it's very all about convenience. I don't know why Strand is so flippy floppy all the time. Alicia, you're the most important thing to me ever, even though I spent most of the season trying to do everything to hurt you. It's so dumb. Like, I don't know. This whole connection falls flat, and Strand just being really sentimental over Alicia doesn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly. So I almost like this scene because they were in the armory, and then they have gas grenades, and they use the gas grenades in the stairwell to get to the top. Now, really, it just felt like at the beginning of it, I was like, oh, this is cool. We'll get something, you know, that shows how they get up to the top and we get some action there. It ended up just being an excuse to gas the stairwell and then not show any action at all. It was actually a budget saving, time saving technique to get us up to the rooftop without having to show a lot of action and get the stunt team extra days of work. So basically, it ended up falling flat. And then I'm like, he had 2 of those gas containers and he only used 1. And I'm like, bro, why didn't he just like open this door, pop the other one right there, and then run in, pop, or whatever. I don't know what his plan is, but he's just running up here where he knows a bunch of people are. And like, why aren't these guys like in pursuit? They're just sitting up here for what? They're waiting for Strand to come up. Why? I guess because they know he wants to turn the light off, which again is like, why does he want to turn the light off? Like, what is turning the light off really affect, honestly? Oh, and I forgot to mention, in the standoff earlier, Strand shot Wes. And I guess maybe he's trying to nurse his arm here in this scene. Like, he did get shot. I don't know. He doesn't act like he got shot or injured in any way. And is just, like, completely fine. And that also happens with Daniel at the end. Like, Daniel gets shot, and then he's perfectly fine, too. So it's really weird. Really weird. I don't know. And then he goes back in the stairwell, I guess presuming they won't follow him, even though they have more gas masks. Like, all the Rangers have gas masks because they take them out with them. So why wouldn't any of these Rangers have gas masks now? Or why wouldn't they be able to... Strand was talking about they got armories on every floor. Why wouldn't they run to the armory, grab some gas masks, and then follow him in? And of course, now Alicia is... Yeah, and they're getting shot at. Alicia, of course, passing out again, very conveniently. And then they just sit in this room and just wait for them to come in and take them. Like, what the fuck are you guys... What are you doing? You're not even going to try? Don't they have a gun at this point? Maybe they're out of ammo? They have a gun and they're just sitting there, and then the guys barge in the room and they let it happen. And then this standoff is also ridiculous. I mean, just the concept of Strand all of a sudden being on Alicia's side and then being okay with each other is like, it doesn't make any sense. And now, like, even Wes being on against them also doesn't really make sense, like we already talked about. And then we got this really lame standoff, and then Strand comes in and stabs Wes while he's distracted. And then Alicia's like, why did you do that? I burst out fucking laughing. What the fuck do you mean? Why did he do that? You were literally held at gunpoint by this man, and he's threatening to kill you. What do you mean? What do you mean, why did you do that? My mic blew out on that one, but it was just, like, so absurd. You know, like, I get not killing if you don't have to, but, dude, that was classic self-defense. Even, like, in real life. That, like, real life civilization now, that would be still considered self-defense, I think. But it's kind of funny, so, you know, we got all of our people just milling about it, the phone thing. They don't think it's weird that a few hours later Alicia's not back yet, even though realistically, what the fuck do they have to discuss? What is there to discuss between her and Strand anyway? Like, why are they, like I said, they could be watching through the windows. They could have seen that meeting take place. And here's the rabbi guy. We've only seen him, I think, literally one episode this season. I think he was in maybe two. He's been, like, just in a couple scenes. I don't even think he's had any lines. Maybe, like, one or two. It's just kind of funny to me, like, how big this cast is. We've talked about this before. But, yeah, this is another hokey scene where Daniel comes out. And now Daniel confronts Luciana, but it's such a wet fart. Doesn't end up leading to anything. Now that storyline's just wrapped up and over with. And, like, all that drama built to nothing. There's, like, no consequences to it. Daniel did exactly what they wanted him to do. And he doesn't seem to have any aspirations to do anything about it other than that. Maybe it would be interesting to have Daniel leave the cast again, like how he left in season 2 after the fire thing. But, you know, it's ridiculous. He goes out here to lead them, tell everybody to come inside. And then other Rangers start shooting, which, like, I don't understand because Wes is dead. And I don't know who's in charge at this point. It's a little weird. And then we get, you know, a conversation up here on the roof. Alicia shooting the zombies, or she's trying to shoot people, the Rangers shooting at Strand, or at her people, and then Strand is like, I'll turn off the light, and then, oh, this is so dumb too. Okay, so he's like, Strand is like, I'm gonna turn off the light, and then he has this last minute change of heart, and he's like, you're never gonna forgive me. Even though, literally, bro, if she, like, didn't forgive you, she had plenty of opportunities to kill you in this episode. So I don't know why. What other option does he have? He has nobody else loyal to him. So if he doesn't pull that thing, Wes's people and all the Rangers turned against him, or at the very least, maybe they'll follow him again, but he can't trust them for sure, because they turned on him like that. So he can't trust his people. How is it in his best interest not to turn off the fucking light? Because he has nobody else to go with, unless he's just going out on his own again. Everybody loyal to him. Howard, Wes is dead. All the Rangers are now questionable because they're not listening to his orders. He's gotta go all in on Alicia. He's got no other option at this point, and yet he's saying, no, I'm not gonna do it. And the other fucking dumb thing is Alicia comes over and fights him and all that. Bro, she's holding a gun, a projectile weapon, okay? That's made of fucking glass, okay? Turn around. Pew, pew, pew. No more fucking light, dude. That's it. She doesn't need to come over and have this debate with Strand, have this fist fight with Strand. Just fucking shoot the light. And it'll be done. I swear, this show is so dumb, it makes me feel dumb. Like, not that I feel like I am getting dumber watching this, but also, like, I say things that sound so obvious, it makes me feel like I'm missing something. I don't understand. I don't. And now we got the zombies here and blah, blah, blah. And the place catches fire because Alicia hit a gas canister and a spark went flying. Oh, and she used the radio. And what do you expect to happen? She's like, oh, Padre is real and here are the coordinates. Who has fucking like GPS tracking? How are you going to fucking get the coordinates? How is anybody going to get here? And why would they? Whatever. It's dumb. The storyline is dumb, and that's the end of the episode. And I feel like I forgot things. I feel like there's more dumb things to point out. So if you can think of any, please hit me up in the comments. I might think of stuff later. Check the pinned comment. I might pin something I forgot to mention. But anyways, I love doing these reviews, guys. You know, I hate this show at this point, and I wouldn't watch it if it wasn't for the channel, the spinoff that is, The main show I'd still be watching just because I'm determined to get to the end. But the franchise as a whole is it's kind of been losing its way ever since season 10 bonus episodes. So I'm really not sure how they can even course correct at this point. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you on the next video. I'm gonna be a day or two late on my Better Call Saul video because I'm busy. I have to get up early on Tuesday morning. I'm gonna be working all day Tuesday, so it might be Wednesday that my Better Call Saul video comes out, unfortunately. But just to let you guys know. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.